Hello, ladies and gents, and welcome to another fabulous week of our English 235 class. Hopefully, you got a chance to enjoy some of this gorgeous sunshine we had over the weekend. It's nice to just see the sun. I feel like the last couple of weeks have been so gray. This week, we are working on building our recommendation report. This is the last big thing we're doing in the class because if you look ahead at the calendar, we're almost done, guys. Woohoo! So this week we are going to be building that recommendation report and we're going to be doing a peer review on Wednesday. Then you're going to work on revising and revising and revising and making it awesome and making appointments with the CBC Writing Center, either online or in person to get some feedback. And then you're turning in that recommendation report the first day of finals week on the 20th. And then we're done. Like that's it, and then we're done. That's what's happening. So we are almost there, guys. I know it's hard in these last couple weeks. Like we pushed and pushed and pushed, and it's so much work. And you get to this point, and you're like, oh, almost there. But what if we say like almost there, right? Like just keep up that energy if you can. We're so close to being done. We want to make sure we're finishing on a strong note. So hang in there. Honestly, the end of the quarter is coming so fast, and all you have to do between now and then is get that recommendation report like flawless. That is our goal. We don't have a final in this class. I know you're all so sad. You're like, oh, please, can we have a giant test with multiple choice and stuff? No, sorry, guys. No. I think the recommendation report fulfills all of the student learning outcomes from the core syllabus and from our department mandates, so I don't think we need to take a final test. If any of you are sad about that, send me an email and I'll make a test for you. But the recommendation report fulfills all of the student learning requirements, and that's exciting. So that is our last thing we're doing in this class. Woohoo! Hopefully by now you've got a really good handle on what the recommendation report is. But if you don't, check out all the resources in the modules tab. That will help you tons. And the report itself has all these templates. So make sure that you're following the templates as you're working through this. And do make sure that you delete the instructions from the templates. That's like the most common error people do. They download the template, but they leave the instructions in the final draft. Don't leave the instructions in. I know what I asked you to do, right? Like we don't need to have those in there. So delete them and just have your words in there, and that will be really good. So use those templates to guide you there. And then, like I said, in the modules tab, we've got all sorts of helpful stuff for the recommendation report. So go in there. We've got a recorded lecture where I will walk you through the entire report step by step. Check that out. That'll help you a ton. And then we've got some sample reports. We've got a sample comparative report and a sample career feasibility report. Not only are these nice so that you can see how they're populated, but you can see what the format's supposed to look like, how the text and font are supposed to wrap, all of that good stuff. So make sure you're checking out those. And then I've got a section, the citation guides and word help format. This is very useful because this report asks you to combine a bunch of documents, and sometimes that's tricky. So I've got ways to merge multiple documents in Word. Here's a tutorial for that. So that'll help you make this into one document instead of like 4 or 5 separate documents. And then there are page numbering issues in this because you've got a cover page and you have a table of contents. Neither of those pages have page numbers. You want the page numbers to start on the first page of your text-based document. And so this will show you how to change where page numbers start in Word. So both really helpful things here. Here's a link to how to cite a personal interview if you're using direct quotes or cited paraphrase or summary. You're going to want to make sure that you're citing that correctly in APA style. Here's a link for that. Here's how to cite images found in Google. Here's how to format images in the report. Lots of great resources for us as you're thinking about this document, as you're putting it together, as you're making sure all the pieces align. Lots of really, really helpful things in the recommendation report folder. So make sure you're checking that out. It will be very, very useful. So this week we just got the peer review on Wednesday, and then you're going to be working on revising, making this beautiful and perfect before we turn it in the first day of finals week. And this is going to be a plug for the CBC Writing Center. Last chance for extra credit in this class is to take your recommendation report to the CBC Writing Center, either in person in the T building or online. Go to their website. It is in our modules tab. So if you go back to our class, and then I think it's the first folder in the assignments. Yep, there it is, extra credit. Not that one. In the modules tab, not the assignments. Extra credit, there we go, up at the very top. This will show you can do schedule a session online or schedule a session in person. This will help you so much. So please do that. If you do choose to have somebody give you feedback in this manner, make sure you send me that feedback, a copy of whatever feedback sheet they give you. Send that to me, and I will enter extra credit points for you as your last extra credit opportunity for the quarter. So take advantage of that. Not only will you get extra credit, which is bonus, you will also get a higher grade probably on your recommendation report because you got more feedback and you had more chance to revise. So it's a win-win. As always, if you have any questions, reach out. I'm here to help. Otherwise, I'm looking forward to seeing how your ideas come together and how you invest in the peer review coming up this week.